Yo, what's good guys, it's jacobcrypobury here, I'm your host Jake. Today we're going to sail through some extremely exciting crypto news whilst the market is kind of holding steady and Bitcoin consolidates at this 46.69k dollar level. So let's just kind of take a look at what's going on. We've got some really exciting things in the market. I want to show you two extremely important charts as well at the end of this video, so do stick around until then because I think that's going to help you surf through the waves of cryptocurrency. So here's the first one, guys. So this is massive. The UK says it's ready to regulate stablecoins for payments, and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are next on the list. The UK will legislate to bring certain stablecoins into its payment systems, the Economic Secretary to the Treasury said on Monday. So of course this is actually huge because like Binance, you can't even do leverage trading in the UK anymore. But this would be really nice, I think. John Glenn announced the government will legislate stablecoins and enable stable issuers for users to operate in the UK. He said the UK would look at regulating crypto like Bitcoin as it is aimed to set up a leading regulatory framework for crypto. So we can see the UK will regulate stablecoins for payments and is looking to broaden its rulemaking of the crypto sector to include Bitcoin as well. So this is pretty huge. As you see down here, we think the market has changed sufficiently for us to look at regulating a broader set of crypto activities, including trading of tokens like Bitcoin, said Glenn. And we will consult on a world-leading regime for the rest of the crypto market too. So we're going to lead by example here in the UK. It's my ambition to make the UK a global hub for crypto asset technology, and the measures we've outlined today will help to ensure firms can invest and innovate and scale up to the country. I mean, that speaks for itself. That is really big, guys. The next one is Twitter shares take off as Elon Musk buys 9% stake worth almost $3 billion. So this guy, he loves his Twitter. Like, he's tech savvy, but the only thing he uses is Twitter, and he won't even be ashamed to admit it. There was an interview of him, someone asking, do you use any social media? And he even openly admits that he'll sit in his office just scrolling through Twitter like to everybody, the cameras. It's hilarious. This guy is so funny. Tesla founder Musk is yet to explain why he has built such a big holding in Twitter, particularly as he is recently critical of the platform's approach to free speech. This is big. The stake is worth $3 billion based on Twitter's closing price. Of course, Elon Musk used Twitter for lots of influence in the past, such as pumping Dogecoin, and it's quite easy to speculate that maybe he's going to integrate Dogecoin to Twitter in some sense. Now he's holding a big stake in Dogecoin. Another big bit of news. This one's quite controversial. Well, not really, but Bitcoin 2022 Miami preview. We've got a big Bitcoin conference coming up. As you can see, on the 6th of April through to the 9th, the world's largest Bitcoin conference will take over the Miami Beach Convention Center and surrounding areas. In the past, announcements include the debut of Ethereum and El Salvador President Nayib Bukele revealing his intentions to make Bitcoin legal tender. So why it's important? Well, it's great for global exposure. We can see here we've got the industry day, we've got main conference, and then we've got the Sound Money Fest. So we've got people, the blue chip holders, the real influencers such as Michael Saylor. Of course, they're going to be educating and teaching the world about what's going on. So we've got MicroStrategy there. We've also got some really other big influencers, as well as Cathie Wood. So this is really good for the sector, I think, personally. Having these events, reoccurring events with the right people and the right names is what you want to look for. Another one today is Norway is producing 1% of Bitcoin hash rate using renewable energy. So why Norway? This is important, to be honest. The nation has attracted an outsized Bitcoin mining sector, which is entirely carbon clean. According to a recent report from Arcane Research, Norway has become an attractive hub for the Bitcoin mining industry. Not only does the nation produce close to 1% of the global hash rate, but it's entirely powered by renewable energy. So the benefits of green mining right here, as we can see, this fact is important for Bitcoin miners, which have faced much public and media backlash over their suspected carbon footprint, even though you look at banks in the city towers and plugging away like 10,000 computers and data servers and all this lot, pulling energy out of the atmosphere quicker than you could ever imagine. So, it's funny, isn't it? And what we can see here is Norway's popularity provides further evidence that energy concerns around Bitcoin may be overstated. In 2021, the Bitcoin Mining Council reported that over 50% of Bitcoin's hash rate were already being powered by renewables. So it's sustainable in some sense, but there's always also a moral and ethical approach towards how things are being mined. Another real bit of bullish news I wanted to show you here. Bitcoin reserve risk suggests opportunity for long-term accumulation. The indicator trades at low levels when there is a heavy investor accumulation, and hodling is the preferred market strategy. That is very true. If you hold for usually 2 to 5 years, the market will reward you. It's easier to do that than to try and time the tops and bottoms constantly. Bitcoin's current valuation perhaps presents patient investors with an attractive opportunity to take exposure to the world's largest cryptocurrency. That's a signal from an indicator called reserve risk, which measures the risk-reward ratio of allocating to Bitcoin based on the conviction of long-term holders. We can see just down here the Bitcoin reserve risk chart. We're 77 days in so far, low hodl, low spending, and that's us just under this particular line. So before, it was slightly higher. We had a higher hodl with a lower spending, but now we've got the other way around. So this is quite a bullish sort of chart right here. And 77 days in isn't really that much. And that's just this tiny little fragment right here. So maybe, just maybe, this is going to be the perfect sort of market cycle bottom before we see more explosive to the upside. Another bit of news here, guys. UK soon to launch its own NFT as part of plans to become a world crypto leader. This one is kind of spicy. This is some interesting news. Solid fundamentals right here. The UK government has announced plans to mint a local NFT, aiming to lead the way in the crypto industry. Finance Minister Rishi Sunak ordered the Royal Mint, the state company that handles the minting of the coin in the UK, to launch its own local NFT by this summer. So why the UK wants to establish itself as a world leader in technology related to cryptocurrency, and isn't that surprising? Not really. So yeah, another bit of bullish news, and I think, yes, it's a slightly boring week. Not much is happening for crypto at the moment, but these sideways trades where we're consolidating at these really, really good levels is what's important. Crypto bubbles at the moment, guys. We've got a lot of projects up on the market cap weekly. We can see, Moonbeam 47% up, amazing. We've got StepN up 100%. Zill is still 40% up. It looks great. A lot of the layer 1 infrastructures are also popping off again. And you can see the top 10. We've got Hex, XRP, Cardano, Terra, Solana. We've got a USD coin. BNB is still one of the kings. Ethereum and Bitcoin. So interesting. I mean, the market cap of Ethereum is now half as to Bitcoin's. It's slowly catching up, isn't it? It's quite interesting to see. So what's happening with Bitcoin at the moment, guys? Just want to show you really. If we go to the weekly time frame, we can see, look how similar they are. May 2021 versus January 2022. And what's interesting is if we get the amount of days that we're in this supply phase, you're looking at about 63 days. And yeah, 63 days in this particular lull in the market. Then we drag this one out and we look what's going on. And we're about 77 days. So we're about 10 more days in. And that takes us back to the reserve risk as well. So we're 77 days in. And I think it's crucial what's going to happen next. We came out of this ascending channel right here, this consolidation bullish chart pattern. And what's happened is we pushed through the bull market support band. We've got ourselves a little golden cross. We had a doji candle on week commencing 28th of March, and we're now testing the 200-day moving average, and I think we're going to break through it because we look at the daily time frame. Very important that we do this. We can see we busted through the 200-day moving average. We're above the bull market support band. We're above the 20-day moving average, and before you have a heart attack, yes, this is in British pounds, not dollars. Don't worry, we have not crashed, and really this looks kind of bullish. We look at the 1 hour chart. We see the higher lows, constant higher lows, and we're back above this, diagonal resistance level. So I think that's also another really, really good factor. Bitcoin is certainly going to be on its way, I think, to £39,000 over the next few weeks should we come out of this little supply phase with a nice explosive bounce. And this is the chart I wanted to show you really, because this is the one that indicates and reflects the strength of the crypto market, excluding Bitcoin's presence. So we can see we've got a $1.25 trillion market capitalization, and this is kind of what's happened on the weekly time frame. We had our first massive market cycle top at $1.4 trillion, and this was in May 2021. And what's interesting is this is like a logarithmic regression band. So as time goes on, the average price for the greed and the the fear sort of areas will be increasing. As you can see, extreme greed would have been kicking in around 1.2 trillion here, but as time goes on, extreme greed will be now around 1.6 trillion. So the moving average, is technically always going up, and so are the emotions. When we feel these fear and greeds, they're also changing as time goes on. Extreme fear, for example, was 625 billion once. Then extreme fear changed to 927 billion. So we're always changing, we're always readapting, and every market is moved by one thing, and that's emotions. That's all it is. So I want to show you this because this highlighted really a good time to get back into crypto. When everyone is disgusted down to the gut that things were just going to go completely wrong. And you can speculate now that maybe we're going to come back up to $1.9 trillion market cap or something like this. And in this red zone, this is where I would be potentially taking profits, dollar cost average selling on the way down or the way up. Very, very important to sort of use these particular charts. Now, what I would ideally like to happen is we just trade in the range so we don't really feel the euphoria, the greed. We kind of forget about what's happening. And then when we do get that sudden explosion, it's going to take us through beyond $2 trillion. And I think it's really, really great to see that we're not greedy right now. We're completely neutral at $1.25 trillion market cap. And this chart really screams a lot, and it reflects a lot of strength of what's going on in the market. So we're above the bull market support band. We have been underneath it longer than last time, to be honest. As you see, we came down back in May and June 2021. We weren't there for long, but this time it has been a longer corrective phase. But we were correcting at a higher market cap than before. As you can see, the first time we come down to 600 billion. This time we come down, but we're still 40% higher than the previous. And I think that's quite important to consider these critical bits of on-chain analysis, really. And this is the data that we've got for us. So for me, I'll be taking profits again when we get into this red zone. I don't care if it's timed at the top perfectly, but I will be taking profits on my holdings back in this because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 key points of data that does illustrate that these are good levels to potentially take profits or even accumulate in the market. So yeah, very, very different to 27's bull market. That literally lasted for 371 days, and this one here has been going on since March 2020. We're looking at 756 days. So this could be, a lengthening cycle. Lots of people suggest this, such as Benjamin Cowan, and I do also think that maybe this is gonna happen. And yeah, that's about wrap really with the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you bullish on all this news? Do you think that this total market cap chart will pave the way and be a good reflection of what's going to happen in the future? And do you think it's an accurate metric or indicator of what's going on in the market? If you're new here, guys, make sure you hop into the Discord channel down below. Patrons will also be getting some trading signals. This is just the price of a coffee. Patrons, you guys are amazing. Thank you for the continued support. It's just the price of a coffee, and you'll get many exclusive benefits. You can find that down in the description below. If you want to also buy crypto today, you can check down in the description below. Discord channel also down below. Appreciate the support, guys, and take care. Stay crypto safe. Bye now.